catastrophic event is scheduled for midnight on New Year's Eve. It isn't entirely clear what will happen, but it appears a curse will be released, a curse that may kill all muggles worldwide. The room went silent. Many eyes moved to Hermione, who was looking at the floor. Mallory Castor has the answer we are looking for, Robards continued. It is imperative we capture her in tomorrow. He finished, and the room cleared, people moving to offices and smaller groups to begin preparations. The next morning, Richmond Park spread out beneath a gray London sky, one of the largest open parks in the city, famous for its deer and rolling landscapes. Gawain had dressed in his best muggle clothes. Harry and Merrin had walked a long dirt path alongside a stream to a small stone bridge that crossed it. Marcus was waiting at the center of the bridge. Only the three of them had come, Harry, Merrin, and Gawain. They'd wanted to scope out the location, go over the instructions Mallory had given Marcus, but they hadn't wanted the whole office there. Not if Mallory was planning to be present herself. They'd seen no one on the approach. No one is anywhere near. Gawain had positioned himself near a tree away from the main path, keeping watch on the surrounding areas. Harry looked around. Something felt wrong. Does this seem odd to you? He asked Merrin. What do you mean? She asked. This place. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. Merrin looked around too. There's no one around, she said. They walked to the bridge. Harry nodded at Marcus, who was smiling, and gave a small wave. Good morning, Marcus, Harry said. Thank you for doing this. It's very brave of you. Marcus nodded and waved again but said nothing. Harry noticed he looked nervous. He was sweating. Merrin walked closer to Marcus and reached out to touch his forehead. You look terrible. Are you sick? I'm fine, Marcus said. But it wasn't his voice. It was a woman's voice. That voice yelled stupidly, and a red flash of spellwork erupted across the bridge. Harry went down hard. Marcus grabbed Merrin, and they both disappeared, vanished so completely that for a moment Harry wasn't sure they'd been there at all. He jumped to his feet, wand up, but they were already gone. Gawain appeared next to him a moment later. What happened? Where did Merrin take him? It wasn't Merrin, Harry said. His voice was very quiet. Marcus took Merrin. Marcus was Mallory. Gawain understood immediately. Polyjuice. Where could they be? Gawain asked, looking at the empty bridge, the empty park. Harry put his hand to his brow. He could feel panic rising in him, a cold, creeping awareness that he had no idea where to even begin looking for her. No trail, no clue, nothing. How did I let this happen? He said. His teeth were gritted so hard his jaw ached. Marcus and Merrin apparated into a remote ancient ruin. Half-stone walls clearly marked out the foundations of buildings and pathways, everything long since overgrown with vegetation. The place felt old in a way that went beyond years, as if time itself had forgotten it. Marcus yelled Expelliarmus and threw Merrin to the ground. Her wand flew from her hand. Accio, and it shot back to his. Again, the voice that came from Marcus was definitely female. Marcus stood over Merrin, holding both wands. Hello, dear? Marcus said in a now familiar voice. It sounded almost like her own voice. Mother? Merrin said. Marcus's hands began to shake. He quickly pointed his wand at Merrin and cast Petrifius Totalis. Marcus then dropped to the floor as both wands fell from his grip. For a few minutes, he curled up and groaned, wincing and shaking in pain. Then he went still. When he stood, Merrin could see he had changed. His clothes were oversized. When he turned and looked at her, Merrin was staring into the face of Mallory, her mother. Mallory picked up both wands, waved her own wand, and her clothes transformed. Marcus's oversized robes became her dark robes and painted hat. She looked at Merrin. I know you'd talk to the squib. I read his mind. She paused, waiting. And it seems you figured out who I am. Merrin was still under the petrification charm. Mallory waved her wand, and Merrin's form relaxed enough to move. She sprang to her feet immediately. Why are you doing this? Why did you leave me? Merrin screamed. Merwin took a few steps toward Mallory, and Mallory responded with a binding charm that stopped her mid-stride, preventing her limbs from moving. Mallory looked at her daughter with something that might have been regret. I had to, she said. She turned away. Haven't you seen the visions? She turned back to face Merrin. The truth. Our greatest ancestor, Merwin, was murdered for what? Fixing a world? She stopped and took a breath, realizing she was getting worked up. She looked around them at the ancient ruins. This is the place, Scarlet Pike, the village where he discovered his power, to end all wars, but instead it became his tomb. She looked at Merrin, who was surveying the surrounding trees, clearly hoping someone, anyone, would apparate there and stop her. Mallory couldn't see that hope. But now his work will finally come to pass, Mallory said. She looked directly at Merrin. You must already know? You must already feel it inside you. You are the final heir, the one who will perform the final curse. You're crazy. What are you saying? Merrin yelled. Crazy? Can't you see? I've seen the future. He has shown me. The Muggles will become too strong. They'll learn to remove our magic. They will kill us all. She stepped closer. Haven't you seen it? The vision? Mallory looked down and pulled a glowing glass ball from her robes. Silver blue smoke swirled within the glass orb, moving like something alive. This is your truth here. This is the answer we need. This is the prophecy spoken by Rowena Ravenclaw 1,000 years ago. She held it out toward her daughter. It's been passed down through our family all these years, though not one of us has been able to hear its contents. Only Merwin's wife, who received it from Rowena, knows its true contents. She looked at Merrin. Until now.